Oops. Am I on? Am I on? Nope. No image. Come on. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. And I think my phone just went to death. Let's see what's going on with the phone. Hang on a second there, guys. Sorry about that. There we are. There we are. Hello. Okay, so we are here. It feels like it's been a hot minute since I've actually sat down and, well, I know it's been over a couple of weeks since I actually got to sit down at the sewing machine. But I just feel like it's been forever since I actually sat down and chatted with you all. So, hello, Treasure Heart creators. Hope you are having a wonderful week. I missed you all. It's been, gosh, it's almost, 2 weeks now since I did my last live. And since we're done with the 52 weeks, 52 block series, it's been a while since I put a video up, if you haven't noticed. But all's good. All's good that ends good. So, let's see. Let's see who's here tonight. Whoa, there's a lot of you guys all chatting up a storm. So, hello, Dora Lindale. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Hello, Miss Quilting Wife. I haven't talked to you in a while. Hope everything is good in Arizona. Hello, Miss Delia Castro. And KJ Burris. Kim, is that you? Girl, you're trying to make me go dizzy changing your name like that. But if that's you, hello, Kim. Paula Hoopengarner. Hello, Paula. Oh, yep. Yeah, okay, I see. Hi, Kim from Tiffany. So that is you. Hello, Kim. Hello, Miss Linda Denton. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining. Linda Faust is here. Hi, Linda. And my good friend, Miss Debbie Huey. How are you? Irish Sail Lady 1. Hello, good evening to you. And look at that, Miss Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. Hey, Stephanie. Glad to see you tonight. Let's see who else is here. If I missed anybody. Mary Jane Ellinger. Hello. Good evening. Thanks for joining. Melissa Page. Melissa Page. Hey, girl. How you doing? And Judith Thorpe from Yuma, Arizona. Ooh. 310 to Yuma. Is that the right title? I hope it is. Ooh. And let's see. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Mary Jane is here. Hello. Good evening. Vicky Lemire. Hey, girl. How you doing? And Remo J. Good evening, Miss Remo. How are you? Okay. Is that Slowing Down Joe? Hey, Slowing Down Joe. How you doing? Thanks for joining us here tonight. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I'm sorry. Phyllis G. Hey, Phyllis. How are you tonight? Thanks for joining. Okay. Wow. There's a lot of you chatting up a storm tonight. And let's see. Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't. But if I did, I'm sorry. I hate it when, I just hate it when, you come in, you say hello to somebody and they don't acknowledge you. Kind of rude. But sometimes, I get it. Sometimes you're trying to, especially when you're on live, you're trying to do multiple things. So, hey, Jim, I see you too. And Charlie Pinto, now I can see you. Okay, Charlie. How are you, Charlie? Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, I hope I got that one. Hey, uncle to the Honolulu champions. Yeah, let's talk about that. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Just watch number 52 block. I forgot what was the star. Yeah, the two-part star. You're busy watching baseball Little League. Yes, I was, Delia. Yes, I was. Judah Thorpe, Linda. Okay. Linda Denton says, congratulations on the win and the team. Yeah, they accomplished. Well, they didn't accomplish. Well, I'll get to that in a second. Hey, Robin. Thanks for joining tonight. I haven't seen you in a while, girl. How you been? And Miss Lizette Zayas. Hello, Lizette. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Okay, so Linda Moon from California. First time here. Oh, hey, Linda. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome to the channel. We're just going to be chatting up tonight, and I'll be sewing something. I'm not sure what exactly. Well, I know I put in the description that I'll be sewing some friendship stars, but I've been sewing this forever. I just want to get this part done. Hi, my friend. I'm always happy, always lucky to see your face. Well, I'm lucky to see you on the chat. Hey, Heather. Hey, girl. How you been? Hope you're doing okay. Okay, so there's a lot that I need to get everybody caught up on because there's been a lot since 2 weeks ago since I last chatted with you all. So if you all have not heard, my brothers were the coaches of the Little League team from Honolulu, Hawaii, and they just won the Little League World Series. They didn't, well, I shouldn't really say this, but they didn't just win. They practically destroyed all the other teams. I mean, what was it? There was a statistic that I saw. They actually outscored all of the teams for, what was it? 60 points to 5. 60 points. 6-0 to 5. And I think they had 6 games, so they averaged about 10 runs a game, which is, yeah, that's pretty serious. And there were times where we were kind of like, oh boy, this is a very good team. And sure enough, they just handled them. So, yeah. I got there, let's see. I actually arrived in Pennsylvania, or to Williamsport, where the games were playing on, when did I leave? I left Los Angeles Friday. I actually got to Williamsport on Saturday. And Saturday was the U.S. Championship game. And holy cow, did they just, well, they didn't actually blow out the other team. I think it was like 5-0. But the very next day, when they played for the actual World Series game, it was a 13-3 shutout. And they did it in 4 innings. Now, in case you didn't know, Little League does have, or baseball in general, they have what is called, or what people call the mercy rule, in which if one team is 10 points or 10 runs ahead of the other, basically you have one final chance to, or they will call the game and call it short. So in my brothers, in a lot of the games, they were beating the teams by more than 10 points of a margin, so they ended the game short. Some of them were 5 innings, some of them were 4 innings. Typically in Little League, it's a 6 inning game, and they were just kind of destroying all these teams. And it's not that these teams were horrible. I mean, they were representing a whole region of the country, of part of the U.S., and they were some really good teams. It's just that my brother's team was just that good. So congratulations to them, to those little leaguers representing the 808 state. And, well, yeah, so now immediately following the game, my brother's phone started exploding because everybody was sending congratulatory messages, all the way from state senators to the state governor to the mayor to former President Barack Obama to the current president Joe Biden to practically everybody. I don't know how in the world they all got his number, but they were all just sending congratulatory messages. Every sports outlet was trying to get an interview with my brothers. So, yeah, they were busy. They're still busy, actually. They're still doing interviews and doing the rounds, to the point where sometimes I can't even get a hold of them these days. But then again, why would I want to? Even though they're my brothers, yeah. But it was quite an experience to actually be there at the games, to actually see the games and watch it live. Of course, they were broadcasting it all over the on ESPN and ABC. And it's one thing to actually watch the game on television, but to actually be in the stadium and be part of it was quite an experience and something that I won't forget. Yeah. And the funniest thing, though, if you look at pictures of my brother and you look at me, we don't look anything alike. And a lot of the parents that were traveling with the team, when I told them who I was, they all at first kind of didn't believe me. And then my brother basically had to come out and say, "Oh, yeah, this is my younger brother. This is Eric." And then they were like, "Really? You don't look anything alike. We don't act alike either, too." But, yeah, they at first they didn't believe me, and they were wondering, why is this strange person sitting with them in their section? And I just said, "Well, I'm the coach's younger brothers." And they were like, "Really? You don't look like him." And they didn't believe me at first, but yeah, once I verified and once my brother verified who I was, then it was like, oh, Hawaiian style. It's all everybody's family. So, yeah. But it was quite an experience, actually. And for those of you who actually don't know this is actually the second time that my brother's team or his Little League team actually took the World Series. Back in 2018, he had another team from Honolulu, Hawaii, that was just as dominant. And they actually made it to Pennsylvania. They won the tournament, and that was the first time that he did it. So this is actually the second time that he's done the World Series and actually won the tournament. So it was a miracle. We kind of thought it was a miracle that he won it the first time. To get a second title is like, whoa, okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing right here? So a lot of other coaches are starting to kind of copy his formula. And, well, it's working. Whatever he's doing, it's working. And, just meeting some of the players and meeting all the parents. I mean, those kids are very, very well-mannered. The parents brought them up correctly. They don't talk back to you. They respect a lot of what my brothers, the coaches, the parents, they respect a lot of the I don't want to say elderly, but they respect the adults around, and they don't talk back. They know they were case in point, they were just brought up right. So yeah, that was quite an experience. I did take a few videos, so I am planning to put something short up on about the trip. Um, what was interesting though is Williamsport actually has what they call the Little League Museum. And I spent maybe about an hour or two in that museum. And I was reading up about not, well, of course, the museum features famous people who played in, or famous athletes, and even some celebrities who played in Little League teams in the past. But I was kind of interested in finding out more about the female contingents. Now, Little League is traditionally for the little boys, but more and more, there's actually girls that are also joining baseball teams in Little League. And one of the very first girls, I forgot her name, but she actually played, I think, in the 60s or 50s. And they actually had like this feature in this within the museum. They had a feature section just on her and what she did for Little League. Basically, she had to cut her hair short. She had to dress up like a boy, and for the longest time, people didn't really know that she was actually a girl. And she played on the team just like anybody else. But once the season was over and they found out that she was a girl, oh boy, she opened the floodgates. And legally, she brought up a lawsuit against the Little League organization, and she won the lawsuit. So, because of her, basically, girls now can join any Little League baseball team, and they have joined. There's been a couple of years ago, there was another Little League pitcher who was a female who was, I think her name was Monet Davies. And she was the talk of the tournament at that time. I think, what was it, 2014 or 2004? I can't remember what year. But she was the talk of the tournament because, first of all, she's a girl and she was an outstanding pitcher. So, but it all started because of that one little girl back in, God, I wish I could remember her name. You know, she basically opened up Little League for little girls. So, anyway, I'm ranting on about that. But yes, congratulations to my brothers. I'm very proud of what they accomplished, and they did it twice. So, but it was such a great experience to just watch the games. I'm not a huge baseball fan, but the games were they were just nerve-wracking to actually sit and watch. So, yeah. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm not keeping up with the chat, so I'm not sure what. Let me scroll back a little bit. I don't. Charlie mum's the word. Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just reading the past comments. I have moved and started a new job, so I've been MIA a while. Now have to get my sewing room set up. Oh, that's what happened to you, Robin. Okay. Well, I hope this new job works out better for you than your previous job. So did you totally move states or just cities or just transfer jobs? Go big or go home. That's awesome. Yes. They did awesome. Hey, Jackie. Thanks for joining me, or joining us tonight, I should say. Those kids have some serious skills. Yes, they did, Melissa. Yes, they did. In fact, when you talk to some of the coaches, you know, when it comes to some of the other teams that were there, they were like, oh, yeah, they could analyze the team. But when it comes to, okay, so how do we beat Honolulu? Everybody becomes silent because nobody knew how to outscore them, which was quite funny, actually. Yes, congratulations on your new job. and move, Robin. Yes, congratulations, Robin. Um, let's see. Okay, that's going to calm down, but it's awesome for them. Yep. It's not going to calm down for a while because Heather, because I think the city of Honolulu is planning a parade for them tomorrow, and then even after that, it's still everybody wants to just grab an interview. They want to see what's going on with the team, so it'll calm down eventually, but it'll take a while. So, hi Paula. Okay, don't help. You're 5 foot taller than everyone. Yep, that doesn't help at all. Just happy. Hi Eric, happy to see you back. Oh, thank you, Damali. Yeah, it's good to be back. Now it's back to reality. There was one resembled a lot. Okay, I'm not sure what Stephanie's talking about there. But hey, Dale. Hope everything is good in Australia. Glad you made it this evening or this. What is it? Evening in Australia? I think it is. Okay. Hi, Marla. Thanks for joining us tonight. So, one of the things that, if you were watching on the TV, Robin says, my landlord sold our complex, so we had 60 days to find a new house, and because of rent, I had to find a better paying job, which I did in 60 days. Wow, congratulations, Robin. That's awesome. That is awesome. Then Marla says, my 14-year-old grandson has played baseball since after kindergarten. He only did Little League for 2 years and went to a traveling team. He does spring and fall traveling teams. You know, that's interesting, Marla, because my brothers also, they do a traveling team. I don't know if you can call it a traveling team, but they do like sort of off-season teams or coach some off-season teams. And because they're in Hawaii, they can actually do it all season. Now, their Little League does have some rules and regulations as to when you can technically start training and having practices in preparation for the upcoming Little League season. But yeah, with this group of kids, they've actually been training or practicing for a while, just doing various other leagues and such. So yeah, it was this championship was actually a culmination of a whole lot of other things coming together. So, my grandson will be playing on the high school team this year as a freshman. He is a pitcher. Well, give him the best of luck, Marla. Okay, it's like around noon or tomorrow, and yeah, kind of figured. Okay, so one funny story that actually came out from the Little League. If you were watching on the television on ABC or on ESPN, there are tons of cameras that are floating around in the stadium. And one of the cameramen came up to me and said, sir, I'm so sorry, but we can't fit you or we can't put you on the television screen because every time you stand up, you're twice the size of everybody. And if we put you in, or if we try to have you in the shot, you're going to get decapitated. So I told him, I have no problem with that. So every time we all started cheering because someone got a hit or they got on base, we all stood up. We started cheering, and they would crop me out of the shot, but they would get my nephew, his girlfriend, and my brother's wife would all be in the shot, but I would be cropped out, and you might see my wrist in the shot. So if you see my wrist, that's me. But I just thought it was so funny because they couldn't, or they just purposely left me out of the shot because of the fact that I was just twice the size of everybody. But truth be told, I didn't need to be in the spotlight. it was all about the team. So glad to make that sacrifice. Okay. And let's see what else has been going on. So there's the news about my brothers. Yeah, no problem with being decapitated. So, but yeah, what was really again it was just an all around great experience, not just for the team, not just for my brothers, not just for me, but for the parents, for all the supporters. Um, and strangely enough, people started contacting me from like friends that I haven't seen since 1982. I mean, one person actually reached out to me from in on Facebook. He was a childhood friend that we grew up in the same neighborhood, and he reached out to me out of the blue and saying, "Is that your brother on television?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's them." And then he started making his connection. Oh, I remember your brother was this, and this. And I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. People coming out of the woodworks, all trying to make their 5 minutes of fame or claim to five. What's the saying? Claim their 5 minutes of fame. I guess that's what happens. Now, Heather Grins is asking, how's mom? Mom is doing fine. She didn't come on this trip with me, or she basically stayed back home in Hawaii. Um, she is living with one of my brothers for the time being, but and that's just going to be something temporary. She's not quite sure what she wants to do long term. Of course, my brother wants her to move in with him permanently so that we can watch over her, but um mom was back at home. She's doing better. She's actually sounding a lot better too. She's having to go through physical therapy. Um, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's every day or what, but she's at least she's walking. She's getting up. She's being well taken care of. And even though the rest of the family was in Pennsylvania, we had a lot of friends making sure, just checking up on mom, making sure that she had a lot of food, that she was still around. And the whole time she knew I was in Pennsylvania, and the whole time, every single game, she would be texting me, she would be calling me, she would be like, we could be ahead 5-0, and if the other team gets a hit, then she would all of a sudden start panicking, and I'm like, Mom, chill out. You're driving me nuts. But she's doing good, Heather. Thanks for asking, and thank you guys. And I mean, I've been getting a lot of messages, sending prayers to her, so she's hearing them loud and clear. She's doing great. She's getting better every day, and she's still enjoying life. She still has her sense of humor. And those of you who know about the paperclip story, let's see. That's not right. They shouldn't have cut you out of the picture. We would have loved seeing that Eric Lucky Charm for Hawaii. Debbie, well, yeah, I just told them, you know what? Concentrate on the kids and the families. I'm just there as a supporter. So they're the ones who really should be put in the spotlight. Marla's saying, my mom passed away 2.5 years ago. She lived with me the last 5 years of her life. Miss her so much. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Marla. But I hope she didn't suffer those when she passed. I hope it was a peaceful passing. Okay, how are you doing, Eric? Getting any sewing done? No, not really. This is actually the first time I'm sitting down at this machine since, oh gosh, 2 weeks ago. So I guess I should start sewing something. Um, let's see. Thanks for the reminder, Tiffany. But let's see. Oh, let me switch to the dual cam so you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just not, well, I wanted to just kind of make one more friendship star. Um, if you've been, or if you watched the previous lives, you see me do this friendship star and I get all twisted and have to rip it apart because I sew it on wrong. I'm only here to motivate you. Yeah. You're here to regulate me. So, what else has been going on? Well, let me switch it back to this camera for a second. Yeah, this is the 52 weeks, 52 block series. I still haven't sewn mine together because I can't decide on the specific layout. Now, I do know, and I have been watching the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, in which some of you have been very, shall I say, productive, because they already got their quilt top sewn. And I'm like, geez, how do you guys decide? How did you guys decide the layout on that? I'm still trying to decide mine. But I think, I forgot who it was, but if you haven't joined the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, or if you're a member of the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, you can check out some of the pictures that some of the others have posted if you need ideas as to how to put your quilt top together. Now, I'm kind of tossing around some ideas about how to put it together. I might add a few things at the last minute. I might not do a few things. Just who knows. But yeah, this project, that's my goal for this long upcoming Labor Day weekend, to get that done. So be on the lookout for that. That is what a wife does. Ain't that the truth, Linda? I'm just glad I got my binding done. Now I just need time and energy to attach it to the quilt. Okay, Heather. Well, you probably beat me anyway, getting it done. So, they threw all caution to the wind and pulled blocks willy-nilly. They probably did, Heather. They probably did. My mom's birthday was this weekend. She will be 91. Oh, well, happy birthday. Say happy birthday to your mother for us, Dale. That is awesome. 91. Wow. And Tiffany saying, I haven't sewn mine together yet. I had my kiddo here spending time with her till she left for Tennessee this morning. So others than shaving the cat today, I've been laying in bed, not sewing. you have to shave Thumper again? Wow. How much hair does that cat have? Okay. Let me start. Let me at least get one friendship star done. So I'm just doing my 2 at a time half square triangles. 2 at a time, half square triangles. 2 at a time, half square triangles. Draw the line, so the 2 at a time. Okay. And we'll do the other one. Two at a time, half square triangles. 2 at a time, half square triangles. Draw the line, so a 2 at a time. Make it 2 at a time, half square triangles. 2 at a time. Okay, got that. Still off on a piece of scrap. There we go. So, what are you making tonight? So, Charlie, I am. Where is it? I'm making one of these blocks, and hopefully I will get it right this time. I still have yet to make one perfectly correct. I always have to rip out a seam. So this is the friendship block. I'm using a couple of 4 patches here and a couple of half square triangles to actually create this block. I'm trying to get 24 of them. I think I need about 5 more. Well, I'm not going to do all 5 tonight. I'll tell you that. But, just trying to make this quilt just as a charity quilt for something. And I'm just making some half square triangles here. Okay. Yeah, it's Thumper's last shave of the year. He gets 3 or 4 haircuts a year. 3 or 4, wow. That's a lot of hair. Didn't realize you had a leader. I said, how does he keep the thread from not birds nesting at the bottom? But then I saw your leader, almost magic. Yep. The leader, this little piece of scrap fabric, it's a lifesaver on this particular machine because if I don't use that leader, it'll bird's nest right on the back of the piece here. So I absolutely need that leader. Then I forgot what my measurement was. Was it 4.5? Yeah, 4.5. Okay. So what else can I update you guys on? My trip to Utah. That's right. That was the other big news that I had. I've been posting some pictures on Facebook that I know a lot of you saw. And, well, the whole reason that I went to Utah last week was because I celebrated my 45th birthday. So I figure I should do something special. And so I just kind of picked a spot on a map and said, okay, I'm going to Moab, Utah. And if you've ever been to the northeastern or the eastern part of the state of Utah, oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, just the desert beauty. It's just a beautiful part of the country with all the canyons and the desert, the red rock. Yeah, just, I mean, the town, or this, I don't know if it's town or city, but where I was, it's in a place called Moab, Moab, Utah. And as soon as I mean, even before I landed, just looking out in the plane through the window, you could see just beautiful, beautiful canyons and just, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. You just got to see pictures of it because it's just gorgeous, gorgeous land. I spent about 3 nights, 4 days in Moab, Utah, and this was in fact during the time when they had the heavy rains. But fortunately, it was only 1 night, really, and it didn't affect any of the plans that I had, and I actually benefited from it. So, Moab, or Utah in general, had a serious thunderstorm pass through there, and it just basically dumped about a good foot of rain and flash floods everywhere. It wasn't pretty, just let me tell you that. But the city of Moab, they're pretty resilient. So it started raining when I got there at roughly around 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night. But by the next morning, I mean, I already saw people cleaning up trying to get rid of all the debris. People were out on the streets driving, getting almost, I don't want to say having like it was just a normal day, but there was dust, there was mud, in there was sand, there was dust, there was mud, but it wasn't like you couldn't drive or just go about your day. So, yeah, it was pretty interesting. But the benefit part to me was the fact that I was heading to Arches National Park. Um, and if you've never been to Arches National Park, it's one of the busiest parks in the state of Utah. And it gets so busy, in fact, that you basically have to make a reservation to get into the park. But after all of that heavy rain, I guess people got scared. And so the park was not as busy as it usually is. So kind of my benefit because I went to the park. I didn't care if there was a storm the night before. I just wanted to go and start hiking around. So a lot of the trails that are normally packed with people were not. They were pretty empty. I mean, there were others there, but not as full as it normally is. So that actually worked out better for me. Um, and gosh, if you ever been to Arches National Park, again, I just keep saying this, but it is just gorgeous there. And it's a lot of fun. I will say that I'm not really an outdoorsy person, but I did enjoy my time there. A lot of the trails that I was doing there required you to climb up rocks. You were hiking alongside cliffs. You were looking down into canyons. Of course, there were arches there, so um, I don't know how else to describe it, but just to say it was just beautiful. It was just gorgeous, 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 and I seriously want to go back again. I'm actually planning to. So, hey, if you're interested in joining me next time, send me an email. Um, but yeah, it was a good trip for me to actually just kind of unwind, relax, think about what's going on with my life, and just have fun hiking. I did meet a few people on some of the hiking trails there. I forgot to square this one up. Um, I met a woman who she actually was living on the island of Maui in my home state for a while. And so I met her on the trail. We just kind of bonded together just hiking the same trail. Every time I would stop, she would be stopped I would see her under the tree because it was like 110 degrees out in the middle of the desert, so it was hot. But we would take breaks on the trail, and then I would just run into her. So I kept seeing her, and we started chatting up a storm. And come to find out, I told her that I was from Hawaii, and then she told me that she used to live on Maui. I was like, oh, hey, we got something in common. And since then, best friends on the trail. You know how it is. You find something in common with a total stranger, and then all of a sudden you're like BFFs, right? So that's how it was with her. Um, let's see. We got that same storm. Yeah. Tiffy, everybody in from Arizona to Texas had part of that storm come through. So happy 45th birthday, Eric. You don't look a day over 21. Well, thank you, Dale. I should say I'm 21 with 24 years of experience. Okay. Did you go to Moab by yourself? I actually did go to by myself, Debbie. I kind of figured that, well, none of my friends are outdoor enthusiasts, and I'm trying to get back into hiking and camping. And so I just ended up going on this particular trip by myself. But after I got back and some of my friends started seeing the pictures that I've been posting on Facebook, They're like, damn, I should have gone with you. I'm like, I told you so. And yes, in case if you're wondering, I did take a lot of video, so I will be. How should I say it? I'm gonna kind of create a certain type of video in which I want to see how you guys respond to it. So whether you like it or not, and if you guys do like it, maybe I'll do more of them. But it's not really gonna be a tutorials per se, but it's gonna be a story about a quilt that I made inspired by this trip. I'll leave you with that teaser. Okay. Let me lay out this block here for a second. I'll put this as the middle. Where is my reference? Okay, so this has to go this way. And then I wanted all the triangles. This goes like that, I believe. Yeah, this is where I always get mixed up because I always turn a block around somewhere and get the orientation wrong. No, that's not right. This is correct, so it goes this way. Okay, that looks right. Does that look right to everybody? Scott said he will hike with you, Eric. Okay. I'm down for that, Tiffy. Do you know the name of that purple marble fabric? I'm assuming you're talking about this one. I actually do not know the name of this fabric. I actually got it out of a bargain bin in the scrap section in a fabric store. I do know it's not a quilting fabric, although I am using it to put it in a quilt. Unfortunately, when I got it, it did not have any of the selvage attached to it. So it was just a huge piece of scrap that I still have pieces of. So I'm sorry, I don't know what the name of this fabric is. I can... if I do find it, Melissa, I might be able to find it. If I do find it, Melissa, I will let you know. Hey, Sheila. Oh, we had a fantabulous time, Sheila. Watching my brother's Little League team. And, yeah. Left lower patch. Left lower four patch. Flip. Flip it. Flip it. Which way? This way? Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually having all of these four patches kind of face in a certain direction, going from upper left to, or this way. Sorry, I know the camera, is it upside down? Yeah, I think it's upside down. So I'm trying to get all of the four patches, or the prints on the four patches, to kind of face the same way, with the exception of the middle here, because they're all prints here. So I think it's okay. So yep, we got all the prints going in the same direction. I think it's okay. So I'm gonna start sewing. So yeah, but what was I saying? Moab. Coincidentally, is anyone in here from Utah? Utah is just a beautiful state. I wish I had known that earlier. because I would be going there every time I would have a vacation and just explore. Um, okay, I press this one towards the 4-patch. Yep. Press out. And I put this one together. And pressing toward the 4-patch. So I'm going to press that one toward the center there. Then I can do this one. Okay, this is where it gets dangerous because this is where I get myself twisted. So this one goes like that, I believe. Why did I turn that one around? That's stupid. And I can sew this one like this. And I just broke the thread. Darn it. Okay, finger press that out. Resetting my, or rethreading my machine. You didn't see me do that? Gosh darn it, I know there's a hole down there. Can't see it. Got it. Okay, now we're back in business. Okay. Now this one goes that way. Is that right? Yep. Then this one can go like this. Is that still right? That looks right. And I totally sewed that seam crooked, but I'm not going to rip it out. Press toward the 4-patch. Okay. Does that still look right? Looks right to me. Haha. Okay. Let's see. Eric, you're having a conversation with us and using a rotary cutter at the same time. I'm impressed. Yeah, that's a little dangerous, Dale, because I tend to talk with my hands and sometimes I don't have the safety on and I start doing like this and going like that. Yeah. So take it out of the hands and don't talk. Let me see if I can actually remove those lines. Un momento, por favor. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. let's see. Where is the button? Nope, that's not it. Sorry, I'm just trying to remove that box from the image. Let's see. I know there's a way to do it. There, that did it. There, yep. There you go. Now there's no more box on there. Okay, so Marshall Dry Goods. Marshall Dry Goods. I don't know what you guys are talking about there. Let's see, I missed something. Okay, the purple fabric looks like some I got in a mystery bundle from Soya. I think it's either Michael Miller or Benertex. I think it might. I think you might be right, Heather. What is MDG? Oh, Marshall Dry Goods. Okay. Hi, Denise. Thank you for joining. I love the aqua and green block. Yeah, this was a surprisingly good combination. I didn't realize how well these particular colors play, how well they play together. I kind of like it. I thought this would be kind of an oddball, but I don't know. For me, it kind of works. Should be like that. Okay. Remember the thumbs up. Thank you, Kim. Share, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. She read my mind. Okay, I need a needle threader close by because I can no longer see the needle. Yeah, I should get a needle threader. Actually, I do have a needle threader somewhere. I just never use it. I should go looking for it. It's so pretty. Yes. Hey, Barb. How you doing, Barb? Good to see you tonight. Good night, Delia. Thanks for joining. Okay, so let's sew these rows together. And now, one thing I should mention: when I was at the national, or when I was at Arches National Park, and again, if you saw my Facebook post and the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, you saw this. I was quite surprised that the gift shop, they were actually selling quilt panels of some of the arches, or some of the iconic arches. I thought that was so weird that of all the places and of all the things I should see at a national park, they have a quilt panel. Did I buy one? Of course. Did I overpay for it? Oh, you betcha. I think one of the panels was almost $36. And I was like, do I really want to spend that much money on a quilt panel? And I said, yes. So I bought it. What am I going to do with it? I don't know. And right now I was trying to find it, but I don't know where I put it now. I think it's still stuck in my suitcase. And no, I haven't unpacked yet either. Okay, so let's sew this seam. Okay, wait. Take the pin out. Sew. Just keep sewing, just keep sewing, just keep sewing, but not over the pin. Okay, what time is it? 8:06. Okay, a little over an hour. So once I get this block done, we'll get it sewn. Let's see. Please say I did it right. Yep, you did it right. And I'm gonna just, Woody. just going to press this seam open for now. Okay. Is anyone else working on any projects? I know Michael Miller has a line of marbleized blenders. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this were a Michael Miller fabric, but I'm guessing it's probably not. Just by the texture of it and the quality of the fabric. I mean, it's not the best quality, I'll say, but it could be though. Again, I just found it in a bargain bin at a fabric store, so I really don't know what the fabric line is. I just thought it was pretty, so I just bought it. Ended up buying it anyway. I just spent $36 on stamps. You get the better deal. $36 on stamps. How many letters are you mailing? Wow. Okay, I'm gonna play with fabric now. I'm still here, but not in the chat. Okay, you go and you fondle your fabric, Tiffany. Oh my goodness, Miss Sandy, Adra, you are here. How you doing, girl? Glad you made it, even though you didn't get the alert. Hey all, congratulations to Uncle Eric. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yeah, all those kids. Well, at first they didn't know who I was. But once they found out, they all started calling me Uncle Eric. Made me feel old. And I just turned 45. Yeah. Yeah, I'm still trying to get used to my nephew calling me Uncle. I'm like, why are you calling me Uncle, Zach? Just call me Eric. I'm not that much older than you. And then I realized, oh yeah, I'm twice his age. Okay. Last row. Wait, before I sew it, let's check. Yep, that's right. Well, no, wait. Something's wrong. No, that is right. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's go. You got lucky, Eric. Love a bargain. Yes, I did, Melissa. Okay, I turned scraps into scrappy 5-inch blocks, now making them into star blocks. Oh. Okay, you sound like me, Jim. That's what I do. I'll take a scrap, cut a square out of it if I can, or if not, I'll just throw it in a string bin or just put it in a crumb bin and make a star out of it eventually. Oh, I felt the seam flip back. Okay, this is not the straightest seam I ever sewn. But then again, whoever said I was straight. Let's see. Let's press this open. Okay. Let's see. Anne is making placemats this week using up batting pieces and fabric. Okay, I need to make some placemats too, Anne. You got a good panner? Watch what you're pressing, Eric. Watch what you're pressing. Okay. There we go. Did I get it right? Did I actually get it right? Let me snip those threads there. Huh. I think I got it right. Yep. I think it's right. Does that look right to you guys? My oldest nephew is 1 year and 6 days younger than me. Now I'm a great aunt. Wait, your oldest nephew is 1 year and 6 days younger than you. Huh. Okay, that's interesting. How did that happen? Francis Rivera says, no sewing nights this week, working on Halloween costume party for our museum. Tonight it's a cheesy photo booth set up with my tablet. My dog's the star of the show. Yeah. Actually, Francis, you gave me a good reminder because I need to start working on some Halloween stuff too. Barb McKinley says, my 12-year-old grandson has a 6-year-old niece. Really? Wow. How? I guess that is possible. Interesting. My late husband had a nephew and niece just 7 years younger than him. They were a few months older than me. That was weird. That does sound weird, Kim. When he was living, my nephew was a year older than me. Well, I guess it technically is possible. It just sounds weird that you would be an aunt to someone who is older than you. Usually it's the other way around. I've been using panel squares, additional G by writers, make them placemats. Oh, okay. I never thought of using a panel to make a placemat. That's interesting. Now I know what to do. No, I'm not going to do that to the panel I just bought. Yeah. Autocorrect, yuck. Yeah, sometimes that autocorrect just gets in the way. My aunt is 13 months older than me. That's interesting. 20 years between my oldest sister and me. 20 years. Wow. There's 10 years between my oldest brother and me, but 20 years? Wow. How many sisters do you have, Katie? Or how many siblings do you have? Adding borders to panel squares to make placemats. Okay. So that's how you do it. I'm off tomorrow, so I'm going to clean my sewing area. I should be doing that too, Charlie. Because trust me, this area, well, what you see on camera, there's a reason why I focus it on the design board because everything else is chaotic. But I create in chaos. And I will proudly admit that. My late husband has a niece the same age. Yep, my sister was having babies when my mom thought she was finished. So that's how it happens, huh, Steph? Let's see, 12 years between me and my younger brother. I didn't know you had a brother, Tiffany. You don't talk about your brother. You always talk about your sister in Hawaii. I make placemats from crumbs and string blocks, adding strips to make it rectangles. I donate to Meals on Wheels. That's a great idea, Sandy. I never thought of actually making placemats to Meals on Wheels. Cutie Rupert. Hey, girl. How you doing? My fellow Hawaiian. Very close to you. Okay, she's talking to Katie. He was 6 when I had my oldest. He was such a cute uncle at 6. He always wanted to hold Alexa. That'd be weird. A 6-year-old holding a baby. And yeah. Hey, Joe Carmel. How you doing, girl? Pieces Loving Quilting. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here. Okay, let me hit this with the iron real quick. If my iron would actually turn on. Oh, well. I guess I took too long sewing and cutting and chatting. Okay, the iron is still warming up, but I got a decent press for now, so there it is. Points don't match, but that don't matter to me. Kind of liking this color combination though, with this kind of maroon, the blues here, and the purples. It looks odd, but it kind of works. I just totally chose the colors and the fabrics at random. Okay. Hi, Karen. How did my brothers do in the series? Well, Karen, they actually won the Little League World Series, so this is his second Little League World Series title. So they basically destroyed all the other teams. I mean, some of these games were not even close by a mile. So now my brother's back home and he's playing Mr. Celebrity. But my other brothers, my mom especially, we're all keeping him in line, making sure his head is not getting too high up in the clouds. Okay. Hope all is good with you. Everything is all good here, Karen. Thank you so much. Joe Carmel says, nice block. How was your birthday trip? Joe, there is only one way to describe it. Wow. No. If you've ever been to Utah, to the national parks, or just even to Moab, which is where I was, I mean, all I kept saying was wow and how beautiful it was. So, yeah, video to come, Joe. So don't worry. You'll get to see pictures and a lot of video that I took. But I guess the only one bad thing I didn't like about the trip or to Moab, it was hot. And I mean hot. Hot, hot, hot. And you know I don't like the heat. But I keep going to all these hot places. I don't know why. Go figure that one. Okay. Congratulations. Yes. Congratulations to them. Thank you so much, Karen. Are you going to have another just for fun? Oh, she's talking to Heather. Okay. Is he going to continue coaching? Barb, the day my brother stops coaching is when hell freezes over. I mean, he loves it. He really does love it. And he really does it to, he really coaches not for, I mean, he doesn't get paid to do this. It's all voluntary. But he just loves coaching Little League. So I don't think he's going to retire anytime soon from it. He'll always be involved. And even if he does choose not to coach a Little League team, he'll find a way of being involved somehow. So, to creating chaos. Well, thank you, Charlie. My youngest is almost 19, and my oldest grandchild is 15. Wow. That's a pretty drastic difference there. Okay. Denise So Patch 33 says, I like the block. Well, thank you, Denise. So it'll be interesting when I get this quilt top done and just start laying out the blocks, or just start laying out the blocks together, because I want to see if this Irish chain effect that I'm hoping comes out actually does pan out. So yeah, it'll be interesting to actually see what this all of these blocks together look like. It was great with those kids. They loved him. They do. They do. They really do. In fact, even the former players. I mean, some of the former players that were on the 2018 team that also won the Little League World Series. They were also in Pennsylvania, and to this very day, they still have a lot of respect for my brothers, as coaches and just as friends. So some of them, well, in the stands, they were kind of getting out of hand. And my brother just basically gave them the stare down and saying, "Hey, you know, I trained you better than that." So, um, well, maybe I should explain this a little further. Little League actually has a very strict rule that if you're a fan watching the game and you start heckling with players saying negative comments, they will kick you out of the game. And one of the spectators was a former teammate on that 2018 team. And when my brother started hearing all of these negative comments coming out from him, he just basically walked up right to him and just stared him in the face and say, and that look just basically said it all. And he kind of reminded that former team, or that person, hey, I raised you better than this. You know better than, or you know better than, not to be saying those kind of comments. So that he stared him down, and that look just said everything. And after that, the guy was quiet. My hands are full enough. Besides, I will be 40 next year. Okay, so let's see. That's all I got for tonight. I got my block done, which is what I wanted to do. Got let's see, anything I forgot to mention. So this weekend I will be getting this quilt top hopefully done. I will be shooting that video and or I will be videotaping it and hopefully I'll get a tutorial out of it, just to get help some of you newer beginner quilters that are just starting out. Maybe you don't know how to match up the different size blocks together. So hopefully that video will help you in terms of how to put a quilt top together that has a whole mishmash of different size blocks. So I'll be getting that done this weekend. And I do have something else in the works that as soon as I get my sample done, I will start filming the next quilt along for those of you who are interested. So it's going to be centered around Christmas. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully I will get that quilt top done, or at least the sample done, so that you can kind of see what we are about to create. And if you want to quilt along, or if you want to sew along with it, you can, at least now you know what the end result will look like, so you're not going at this blindly. Let's see what else is going on. I do have some other projects, namely the video that I was talking about earlier, showing my adventure in Moab, Utah. Hopefully I'm gonna try and create a story out of it. Maybe you guys will like it. I hope you guys do, because it's gonna take a lot of time. So fingers crossed. And then, yeah. Let's see. Anything else I missed out on? Oh, yeah. There is one giveaway that I am planning to do, so stay tuned for that. But if you've been following and sewing along with the 52 weeks and 52 block series, I'll have some added incentive for you to get your quilt top done. So stay tuned for that. But you're going to have time to actually get it sewn together because I haven't even put mine together. So, yeah. Um, hmm. No, not Christmas. That's when this was so long. Oh, Debbie. Well, you can have two quilts for Christmas. If you've been following the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, you may have noticed that Debbie Huey has been doing the 52 weeks and 52 blocks using Christmas fabric. And now she's saying, no, don't do another Christmas one because she already did one. Okay. And yes, I am planning on to do I believe I asked a question on the last live 2 weeks ago about doing product reviews. So I do have some product reviews lined up, ready to be filmed. So stay tuned for that as well. So that's coming up. Is it a quilt, a long or short? Jim, it's a quilt medium. Well, I guess I can give you guys the scoop to this. So this Christmas quilt along is going to be 25 blocks. It's actually just going to be 5 blocks, but you can do it as many different ways that you want to. And I'm not going to, there's no pattern for it. I'm not going to write a pattern for it because I'm going to leave or give you the freedom as to how you want to create the block. I'll show you a couple of different methods as to how to create the blocks, but you pick the one that you want to do. And in terms of how you want to set the quilt top or lay out your quilt top, I'm going to give you the freedom as to however you want to do it. So, yeah. Okay, maybe I'll do Easter next. I don't know. Maybe the 4th of July. Well, Debbie, you can, just by changing the fabric up, you can change the theme of the quilt up too. So you don't necessarily have to use this as a Christmas quilt. You can do it for other things, but I'll let you decide what you want to do. Just be creative about it. Carol Brunette says, yes, product reviews. Okay, so Carol, look forward to that. I'll be filming my first one this weekend, somewhere in between getting all these quilt tops done and all these other projects done. Talk me into a ruler, Eric. Curves, maybe. Okay, Melissa, you're giving me an idea as to what the first product review will be. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so, yeah. And did I miss anything? I gotta start writing these things down because I always think about them, and then when it comes to doing the live, I forget about it. I think that's it, though. Oh, Zoom. So since I'm going to be sewing all weekend, I am planning to do a Zoom. For those of you that have been joining the previous Zooms, usually on the first or second weekend of every month, we do a live Zoom chat or live Zoom sew-in chat. I can't talk for some reason now. And so if you are interested in joining us, it'll be this Sunday night, and Monday is a holiday, so we can stay up all night and keep chatting. And we usually do sometimes. But if you're interested in joining us on Zoom, it's just basically doing this, but now we can actually talk to each other and not through the text messaging. So it will be on Sunday, our usual time. And again, I'll be posting the information on the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, as well as if you are part of the T-Quilts Facebook group, it'll also be posted up on there. Tiffany, let me know if you want to post it on your webpage too. I mean, the more the merrier on these Zoom chats. But I know Joe Carmel's been joining Phyllis G, if she's still here, she also joins from time to time. And it's a whole lot of fun just sewing and chatting and talking about whatever. And sometimes we do go off the deep end on some of these discussions. So, yeah. So if you're interested, look for the post on the Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group. You can post it, Eric. Okay, I'll try and post it. So, yeah, but again, if you're interested in joining us on the Zoom chat, just look for the post or the information on either Treasure Heart Creations Facebook group, the Tea Quilts Facebook group, or I will put it on Tiffany's Quilting Life's Facebook group, or you can just email me at treasureheartcreations2020@outlook.com or treasureheartcreations@gmail.com. We'll send you the information. And yeah, Tiffany is saying we always come on live Zoom on the Zoom 1 hour into my love. That's why I always don't make it. 1 hour after into her live. Yeah, so Tiffany goes on live. What is it? 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We start the Zoom chat at 6 p.m. And sometimes people, after Tiffany's done with her live, they join the Zoom chat. And sometimes they just go to bed. But Monday's a holiday, so hopefully maybe they'll join us. Okay, so it won't be on YouTube, only Zoom. I don't know how to Zoom. Karen, if you are interested in joining the Zoom chat, there's a whole ton of tutorials that you can look up on YouTube. It's very, very simple. You can do it. You can even do it on using your cell phone. You can do it using a computer or tablet. It's really not that hard. Okay. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. A little over an hour and a half. It's good to be back. It was great to chat with all of you guys again. And I hope I didn't forget to mention anything. Yeah, I got to start writing these down because my memory's gone. Okay, well, if there's any other questions, I don't see any questions, but thank you guys so much for being so understanding and supportive of my brother's baseball team. They won. They took home the championship and brought it back to the U.S. And for those of you that want to join the Zoom chat, I'll see you Sunday night. And again, be looking forward to some videos that I'll be working on this weekend alongside getting this quilt top done. Okay. Good night. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's great to be back. And again, it was great to chat with all of you. Now say it along with me. Good night and go out and create something. Mwah. Bye now.